Haven't been here in a long time. Thought that I would come by and see how the water condition is. Figure out if I'd want to fish here later on this weekend. A lot of turtles in here. I can't tell how clear the water is. It looks a little murky, but it's kind of been that way for a while around here. Supposedly this has been stocked, so we'll see if I can catch anything. Starting off with that crankbait from Cal Ranch that I got over there, just because I had some luck over at Sullivan Park. The only thing is it was clear there and it's not so clear over here, so not really sure it's going to work out just as well, but going to try anyhow. Plus I'm going to use my quick connect just because it's already on there. There's a lot of water splashes that I see around here, but a lot of it seems to be turtles. Water seems much higher than normal, or at least the last time I've been here. I don't remember it coming almost up to these rocks. Don't really like facing the sun. It's kind of hard on my eyes and bad for the video, but got to check out where the water, got to check out where the fish might be. Since I can't see where the weeds are, I don't know how high up it is. It could be that this is deeper than Sullivan Park. At least whenever I do my countdowns with my spinner baits, it seems to be a little lower, so I think I'll make a few more casts with this and then I'll try a spinner bait. Plus the water is much higher. I can see this grass or reeds that have been mowed down over here. I think they mowed down the one nearby the pier also, so that's interesting. Looks like they cleaned up the garbage, or at least some of it. Have to go around there to check it out. Let's go ahead and switch now. Got a 1/16 ounce rooster tail. Would have used a chartreuse skirt and body if I had one. I just that was loud. I just didn't have one, so I'm going to go with this orange. Had luck with the orange before. I'm going to try the pet spoon. Not that I think it's that much better than the rest, but I like it. I like trying these spoons every now and then. I just need to remember to set the hook well on this one because it tends to need it. Has a much different action from most of the other spoons and spinner baits. Oh, that wasn't good. Okay, let's bring it in and see if I lost my bait. Oh, I'm surprised. Usually this salmon egg pops off. Could be a sunfish in that case. Of course, it only hit once. See, I can see some splashing over there. I'm going to do that. I think that it's because I'm feeling warm on this side, so I can only imagine that the water is a bit warmer here. since I'm going this way, I think I'll stop up here and try the aerator. Yeah, they did chop it down. All of this used to be reeds. Don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Or if we're going to get hung up underneath. I'm going to try that guy. Okay, we'll try that later. This, I think, should be a bit deeper. Somebody went off after the top. Oh, go after the bait. Now that could be sunfish in what's left of those reeds. And they could be just coming straight up and just hitting my bait or my bobber. Yeah, see, that's like a small little splash. There, no! It went down. And I still have, no, I don't have my bait. Something pulled it down again. And they took the bait, so we're going to try something that's a little more stout than that salmon egg. Going to try fish fry. There it is. No. It's like I said, I'm caught up in the reeds. Well, that explains what's going on. Lesson learned, the reeds are still there. So I put a 1/64 ounce jig head on here, and I'm just going to work this right over the top of that. It should be light enough to stay above it. That is not what I wanted to catch, but I caught a fish. Look at him. Nope. Bye-bye. Well, so here's my theory. It's a small sunfish in here. Now, there could be some trout in here too, trying to go after the sunfish, but no, it's just a whole bunch of sunfish. If you want to have some fun with sunfish, that's the spot to do it. Just use really small hooks. Bye-bye. We're going to try one more cast out to this side. I can see it now that the sun's a little lower. The grass is definitely very short. There's probably about 6 inches of clearance, 6 to a foot. This jig head drops so slow that it can handle going into there. Well, I'm back here again, trying to see if I can not get skunked this time. I came prepared with some bottom baits, so I'll be trying that on next, but since I have this bobber on here right now, I figure I'd chunk it out there to start with. It's really nice that they cleaned up all the trash. It's about time. Maybe they did it because they stocked the pond. They should really do that once a year, you know, multiple times in a year. I'm not going to spend a lot of time waiting for this to get anything, since I know yesterday was not so good. There we go, finally. Got that dragging the salmon eggs off the bottom. Not a good sized one, but it's better than nothing. Looks like 2 or 7 inches. That's really kind of tiny, so. There he is. Now to let him go. Alright, so that worked off the bottom, so we will try another one. I don't know if it's the location or if it followed it. That was pretty close to shore, probably about 20-30 feet. Can't really cast far because I have a 1/64 ounce jig head on here, but that's also why it probably hit it, because I can reel it in slowly and it'll come up a little bit more than if it was like a 1/16, 1/32. Those will literally drag the bottom. This, if you look, I can pull it and it comes up, so it's really sitting just off the bottom so long as I let it fall long enough. I decided to rig this more as like a crappie rig. I've got a 1/16 ounce on the bottom and a 1/64 ounce on the top, and I'm just going to hop it off the bottom with that 1/16 and see if that catches anything. This way I can move it a little faster than just using a drop shot. Something already ate the tail. Well, we'll just use the rest of it. I might put a worm on there. Trying this chartreuse nymph. See how well that works. Played around with this last year and over at Sullivan Park. It worked out fairly well. Has a lot of action if I jig it a lot. Oh, there we go. Something. So I put a Panther Martin on. My thought here is that I want something a little heavier, and I want something that puts a lot more vibration and flash so that it can be seen, considering it's very overcast, and you should be able to feel the vibration considering the water is very flat. There's not going to be much vibration in the water other than from the road noise. So anyhow, if you're looking for a place to fish, there are trout in this pond, but I suspect that power bait and something off the bottom would work the best. People at the pier and those guys over there, I think they're doing that, but I haven't seen them catch anything. It may be just where they're casting to, or it may be just a slow day because it's going to rain tomorrow. Anyhow, I'm just going to work my way around this pond and just do some fast retrieves. I'm going to go a little more medium to fast just to see if I can get a reaction bite with this. Till next time, tight lines. I had one, and it broke my line. That was awesome. I was hoping it would be a school that's in there. I'll keep casting into there a little bit though. Maybe it stayed in that general area. There's a fish over there that jumped. Wonder if it has my hook in its mouth. There's another one. I think that's where they are. We're gonna have to fish this area a little bit. a lot of fish jumping around here. I just need to figure out how to get it. Three more casts. One. There we go. Ha. Patience. There we go. Oh, no. This is not the size that I hooked earlier, but it is another trout. So there we go, in that spot. So there's something about this spot where I actually hooked two fish. And that was on the slider grub again. I got two more casts technically, so we're going to try it again.